My children returned after 10 years and they fell to their knees. I had long stopped expecting knocks on my door. 10 years is enough time for hope to rot quietly inside a person. Enough time for a father to convince himself his children would never return. That evening was like any other. I sat alone at the dining table, eating reheated leftovers under the dim kitchen light. The old house creaked softly with every passing wind. Silence had become my only consistent companion. Then, suddenly, knock, knock. My heart froze. No one visits an old man at 9 p.m. Not unless something is wrong. I stood, knees stiff from age, and walked toward the door, each step echoing louder than the knock itself. When I opened it, my breath caught in my throat. Two figures stood in the cold night. Older, tired, faces carved by life and mistakes. Yet unmistakably, my sons. My oldest said my name the way he used to, when he was a boy and had scraped his knee. Dad. The younger one swallowed hard before whispering, "We're sorry." For a moment, my mind couldn't reconcile the sight. The children I watched walk away 10 years ago, now standing on my porch, as if time had folded in on itself. They looked at me, not with anger, but with a guilt so heavy. I could almost feel it in the air between us. I tried to speak, but no words came out. 10 years of silence had taken my voice hostage. Before I could say anything, before I could even ask why they were here, they dropped to their knees. Just dropped, right there on the cold concrete. "Dad, please forgive us. We should have come back sooner." Their voices trembled, their shoulders shook. Tears fell onto the ground, darkening the concrete. For a moment, I couldn't breathe. I reached out instinctively. Get up, you'll hurt yourselves." But they shook their heads violently. "We don't deserve to stand in front of you. We walked away from you. We didn't call, didn't write. We were cowards." Cowards. That word cut deeper than I expected. They were just kids. When they stormed out after a terrible fight. Kids who thought they were grown. Kids who believed the world would welcome them. The moment they escaped my rules, I stood there, the porch light flickering above us, and realized how much older they had become. Not just in age, but in regret. I thought. The younger one choked. "I thought you'd hate us." The older one added, "We rehearsed this 100 times. But standing here, it feels impossible." Their tears hit the ground again. And somehow, each droplet felt like 10 years of pain dissolving. I lowered myself slowly, my old knees protesting. "You came home. That's what matters." Both their heads snapped up, eyes wide, as if they didn't dare believe they heard correctly. But I meant it, every word. Inside the house, the warmth from the heater wrapped around us awkwardly, as if even the air didn't know how to behave after a decade apart. We sat at the old wooden table, the same one they used to do homework on, the same table where we shared hundreds of meals. Before everything fell apart, for a long time, nobody spoke. Then finally, my oldest son exhaled shakily. "Dad, we went through hell." He wasn't exaggerating. One by one, they began telling me everything. The jobs they couldn't keep, the apartments they were kicked out of, the nights they slept in their car, the betrayals from people they trusted, the dreams that fell apart faster than they could rebuild them. Every word was like a stone dropping into my chest. There were days they didn't eat, weeks they argued with each other, months they pretended things were fine, because admitting failure felt worse than hunger. And always, when things got really bad, we thought of home. The younger one looked up, eyes red. "I'd picture this kitchen, the smell of your cooking, the way you'd tell us to stop fighting. I wanted to come back so many times." "Then why didn't you?" I asked quietly. The answer came immediately. "Because we were ashamed." Ashamed. A word so simple, yet so crushing. "We thought, if we came back like failures, you'd turn your back on us." "Oh, boys," I whispered, but my voice cracked, and I couldn't finish. They had been lost, not because they didn't care, but because they cared too much, and didn't know how to face me. For a while, I simply stared at my sons. Grown men now, but in my eyes, still the boys who used to fall asleep on the couch. After watching cartoons, I took a deep breath. "You think I spent 10 years waiting just to be angry?" They both looked at me with trembling eyes. "I wasn't waiting to punish you. I was waiting to see you walk through that door again." The older one bit his lip, trying to hold back tears. "Dad, I don't understand how you can say that. I reached across the table and placed my hands on theirs. Their hands were rough, calloused, marked by years of hard labor and harder life. You survived. You lived. That's all I ever wanted. Their faces crumpled. The younger one choked out. We don't deserve you. You came home, I repeated. That's the only thing a father hopes for. And it was true. I had forgiven them, long before they even knocked on my door. Forgiveness wasn't a decision. It was instinct. It was love. It was what remained. After 10 years of loneliness. And 10 years of hoping. I stood slowly and walked to the kitchen. My sons watched quietly, almost afraid to move. I opened the fridge and pulled out what little I had. Eggs, vegetables, some leftover fish. Stay seated, I said. You've been running for 10 years. Let me cook for you. The younger one covered his face with his hands. The older one turned away to hide his tears. I made a simple meal. Nothing special, but it smelled like home. It smelled like the past. Like forgiveness. Like a new beginning. When I set the dishes on the table, they hesitated for a moment, as if touching the food would break the fragile peace we had just created. But eventually, they lifted their chopsticks and tasted the first bite. Dad, the older one whispered, this tastes exactly like before. The younger one nodded, tears falling freely. We ate together, slowly, quietly, the way families who've been apart too long often do. But the silence wasn't painful anymore. It was gentle, comforting, healing. After we finished, my oldest spoke softly. Can we stay for a while? I smiled. For as long as you need. This is still your home. Their shoulders relaxed. For the first time that night, family isn't about never leaving. It's about having a place you can return to when the world has beaten you down. And that night, after 10 long years, we became a family again. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It's a great help.